are you doing? I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing good. How is everything going? All right. Thank you very guys. Thank you very much. Guys, keep on sharing. Share, 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 share. Let's go on. This is wrap up. Ene wrap up ne. Wrap up ne. While you were here. Man, our topic G fix the country movement petition Akufo Addo to remove Jean Mensah. So we are going to talk about that ostensively. And then if you want to come contribute to the show, Pacho 508 340 0069 for US callers. And then Ghana callers 508 221 7474. US callers and Europe ni London no more makano befre 0069. Na Ghana callers na afre 7474. All right. Yako yanim ene ye wakasa kakra yebeka yenche ayiguso a yako yanim pepepe. Yako yanim nakupo onshira. Aha. Nakupo onshira. Na misha no yokese. All right. Inti mama yanko ye break ningensa embra back. Thank you.
Philip has restricted himself to only a descriptive presentation of the processes by which the MPP will go through its election of party officials and then the flag bearer. I dare say he didn't want to be analytic, else his opinions might be exposed, or probably has some things hidden that he doesn't want to put into the public domain. All said and done, the race for the MPP flag bearership for the 2024 elections is hotting up. It's not as hectic as the 2008 one, at which more than 17 candidates were counted, I think. Was it 2007 or 2000? I'm not too sure, but it was for the 2008 elections. The one as you didn't get thieves are interesting. So far, names that have appeared are the Vice President, Alhaji Mumunu Bawumia, the Minister for Agric, Afiya Akuto, Alan Shematin, the Minister for Trade and Industry, Joe Gatti, former Minister for Railways. I don't know who else. There is this gentleman who has been contesting from the Ashanti region. I always keep forgetting his name. I think this brand knows. Adenimo. Yeah. I don't know whether this time he will throw his heart into the ring. Of all these leading candidates, the hurdle that each of them had to overcome is one, money. Because we know within the MPP, elections are money. By now, the delegates are salivating like dogs at the sight of a juicy piece of T-bone steak, because they know their harvest is coming. If, for instance, in parliamentary primaries, a candidate is compelled to spend about 5,000 Ghana cedis per candidate for over 100 people, then you can imagine what will happen when you have a larger delegation to choose a flag bearer. So money is of crucial importance. Then, the candidate who wins the primaries will have to face the Ghanaian electorate. The hurdle they have is the record of Nana Akufo administration from the period 2016 to 2024. I'll come to that later. For Bawumia in particular, his hurdle is the crisis of credibility. Who wants to vote for a person who has proven himself to be a liar, a flopper, a man who is not disciplined, a man who calls his political opponents all kinds of derogatory names? The word incompetence, which stuck with President John Mahama, was coined by Bawumia. And over the period, he had made sure that on every platform, he'd make innuendos towards the competence or incompetence of former President John Mahama. And he does it with the most annoying guffaw. You know what the word guffaw means? A belly laugh. It's amazing. But this is a man who has managed Akufo Addo's economic management team since 2017. And is full of ideational contradictions. One day he says, when the fundamentals are wrong, the exchange rate will expose you. The next day he says, when the exchange rate is fluctuating, it does not mean the fundamentals are wrong. Hey, like the hare said to Alice in the Wonderland, say what you mean and mean what you say. But this flopper, self-styled or acclaimed to be an economic whiz-kid of the NPP, is so inconsistent. I recall not too long ago when the issue of Ghana's national indebtedness came to the forefront of discussion. Dr. Bawumia said, even though we have borrowed in nominal terms more than the NDC, we have managed the debt portfolio better because we have borrowed at lesser rate. Percentages. What has percentages got to do with your debt sustainability calculations? When your debt sustainability is calculated, it's not the percentage at which you borrow that is important. It's the quantum sum of debt incumbent upon you. When you go to service your loans, the rate at which you have to service is not calculated on the basis of the percentages at which you have borrowed, but on the quantum sum. So where does percentages come in? That's why I said he is your ideal flip-flopper. He lacks credibility. On the occasions when I have had cause to refer to Dr. Bawumia and his economic pronouncements, MPP communicators have put a spin on what I've said to say that Tornado praises Dr. Bawumia's intelligence. The last time I remember, He said, I said, Dr. Baumia was the Achilles heel of the NDC during the 2016 elections. And rightly so, he was. Because people took his words for granted without delving into the analytic furrow to see that all he was doing was the elevation of economic theorems to positions of empirical constructs. The so-called econometric analysis he was making were all theoretical. Come to the real world, you find that they cut no ice, they don't gel. So I said the NDC never took Baumia on to expose the shallow depth of his econometric knowledge. Consider this. Philip, you have a...
Allow me at a point.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. You come in.
Yeah. So I think let him... I know when it's my turn, I can do whatever. But I'm asking to allow me at some point. So,
okay.
Please don't continue.
Now he's put me off stride. Anyway, I said his credentials as an economist only terminates at the point at which he's adept in moving theoretical propositions to the position of empirical constructs. But when the empirical situation is confronted, we find that those theories do not gel at all. Relevance. Once Dr. Baumia gets on the campaign trail, I believe he's going to campaign on the record of Nana Akufo. Likewise, Alan Martin and others. Let us examine the record of Nana Akufo over the past 5 years. I state unequivocally that what Ghana has experienced over the past 5 years is a neo-fascist governance of the country, which the political strategy of the Akufo-Addo regime has been one, state capture, infiltrate all the important constitutional and state institutions to make sure that they toll in the extent to which our police could not perform professionally until very recently, where the CID has been tasked to investigate allegations of corruption and sleaze, and they turn up reports that exonerate the alleged culprit. We are seeing neo-fascism in the form of infiltration of our security forces. And very symptomatic of Hitler's brown shirts we saw at Ayawaso by-election. The invasion of a candidate's house with security personnel clad in the same brown shirts. Same brown shirts. We have seen thuggery as the reason death of Akufo Addo's security management of the country. People are afraid to talk because you talk, you got their bloodhounds on the social media to come after you. Cases go in court and you find that judgments of the court are so bizarre. All these are evidence of state capture. The economy. How has the Akufo Addo regime managed the economy? In 5 years, the regime has borrowed well over 200%, the sum total of the debt burden left by the Mahama regime. I'm not very comfortable, or I wasn't very comfortable with the borrowings of the Mills Mahama regime, because I felt it was a bit high. But then the rationale was that we were borrowing to invest. Typical example, the Atuabo gas plant. This was not borrowing for consumption, but borrowing for economic investment. And the results, as we've seen, is the gas plant supplying our energy needs. But with the Akufo Addo borrowing over the past 5 years, what happened? What has happened to the money? We need to ask. Then again, Akufo Addo's new fascism is illustrated clearly in the refusal to be accountable. There are so many cases that have come to the floor of Parliament for accountability of the regime. For instance, his travel itinerary, the hiring. In fact, I don't think it's hiring, it's leasing. It's leased and therefore committed to a contract for a period of a luxurious private jet, for which the allegation is that it costs us, the taxpayer, $14,000 per hour. And when a question is put to three ministers, the defense minister, the finance minister, and the security minister, they all refuse to account, saying it's a security issue. Since when did presidential travels become a security issue? When we know when the president left the country, by what means he left the country, when he returned, those are not security issues. But the cost is a security issue. What kind of contradiction is that? I see that Philip wants to come in. Let him come in.
No, I didn't. I think he knows. He knows the format of it. Yes. And I don't also want to break his chain of thoughts. Yeah. So just allow him.
Take
Let
your
him
time.
complete, and then I'll come to you. See, I will come to you.
I know how the program goes, but we ask a specific question, which we are supposed to be discussing. The leadership what do you call it?
Race
Race
in the MPP.
in the New Patriotic Party.
Yes.
Something which is our own matter.
Yeah.
Exactly. Then we come. Instead of talking about that,
I'm talking about
we are not talking about that. If you want to take on His Excellency the Vice President, or His Excellency the President for that matter, put it on the table. Let's say, okay, this is what we are discussing.
what now?
Then we deal with it.
Okay, Philip. What I'm analyzing is the hurdles that a winner of the race will have to confront.
If you don't know about the New Patriotic Party, let me tell you. We have not determined, we have not opened the race
Any winner.
for flag bearer aspirants. People can speculate all they like.
But there are those who have already declared their intention. Please let him
I
speak
want to
to the
give you
issue.
the correct picture.
You give the correct picture. That's why I came to you first.
Talk about something else.
That's why I came to you.
How did we get here, by the way? Because I thought things were looking pretty nice a few years earlier.
Politics. Simple. Politics. Now, see. A government comes to power, has made so many promises to the electorate about this social intervention, that infrastructure, and this and that and that and that and that. Now, already because of the indebtedness, a large part of its revenues already are going on servicing debt. So it doesn't have enough money left to fulfill it. What does it do? It goes to the Eurobond market and borrows money to fulfill those promises. Now, don't forget, the Eurobond market is not like in those days when we're taking concessional finance, where the IMF and the World Bank would have to convince them about what we're going to use the money for, that the money is going to be used properly. All right? All the Eurobond investors are concerned about is we will get our money back at the agreed rate. Once they feel they will get their money back, they will give it to us. All right? So now, we now borrow that money to meet those, to meet those promises. The thing is this: when the government itself is borrowing that money, government knows it's putting itself into a bigger mess. But here's the problem: if it doesn't do it, the opposition will say that the government has failed to meet its promises, the government is being insensitive, and blah 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 blah. So the incumbent government is now forced to borrow extra money. And unfortunately, because of the nature of the Eurobond market, you can borrow long term. Don't forget that the longest any government can be in power is 8 years. So if I now go, all I have to do is now go and borrow 20 years. All right? Fulfill my promises. After 8 years, I walk away. It becomes somebody else's problem.
How did we get here, by the way? Because I thought.
All right, good evening again. Akufo Shroud, Pejao, on your pepe, non yo, ahode. Ganyame, the ma join your juba, I can your boy between. Okay, programs, mba, wabahanye, no make what you find, the boy outway, wamba, ojuba. Nakupon Shramo, no Pejam, no Cassia. But I can tell us, say, what to me hitty, no what send no cray. Na ono de okure number 1 Kevin Taylor ni Hisense ni Kevin Taylor ni iPhone ni Los Angeles TV ni iPhone ni and one no ko ba bia sanete o fie bia mu number 1 okure fact yes akokuduro bema akokuduro. This is what it is. God bless you, Kevin Taylor. On pija enkosro pa enkosro enya wo a kenye fra pa na me shira no pagya no bie kwara kese ma for more information any nyansa Solomon adwini bi fa bi ma ko shira. All right, you go so yeah koso we are one ya no. All right, so I'm bringing to you our how do you call it bringing to you our safety tip. Safety tip. Okay. we na yɛde ɛbrɛw free Loud Silence TV ɛne Safaro TV ɛde yɛde brɛw mepakyɛw ma woni na hɔ na yɛnhwɛ deɛ kɔ so mepakyɛw your first picture nie first picture nie all right second picture nie okay and let's put a third picture here. All right, but that was it. And then you about helmet. Talking about helmet. I helmet asem ena ye kano enyumre enti bacho ma wadwene emra ha na menka asem bi efa kyerɛ. Bacho helmet eyade bi a eboti kwankora no ɛho ban. Helmet eboti kwankora no ɛkwan. Esrew. Helmet yade bi a emu ohye pa nanso so sɛ wohyɛ helmet abra wotwi bicycle ana wotwi motorcycle ɛyɛ mmoa ɛde ma wo because onsa betumi ebu onan betumi ebu it can be healable but when your brain breaks open that will be the end of you sinakopon anso mu a untumi enye hwe enti mesrew obi bia na otwi bicycle mesrew helmet is very good for your protection. Why am I saying this? Papa you that way car na abono we enye by force enye yase natural wohwe ho a any scene na utumi say eye omka dey say car na abono si na oda ho no ni se na helmet shediti no mesrew se uti bo a uti mepai uti mu pai a enso be free maba that will be the end of you. Your head could explode. It's explodable. Afeso enye motorcycle enko a enti na ye helmet me pacho o work site be bia ye construction bia ye was second floor and obi adwuma wo soro no be sro hammer bet me free sro abebotrim asefim ebe praw wempra ubewu owu a ebe pra ebe du dam te besrew utwi motorbike uye adwuma site bia anasa utwi bicycle even uko hade ha uko bike riding hade ha uti scooter so na uko a menka se a scooter entino o traso ube okay there be besrew pacho find your helmet is a savior. Yes, helmet is a savior. Until Mr. Bomodia, national helmet. Every time, sight, I hear you more through. The bibit me fisu am a boat trim. Shell helmet. Utimotosu, shell helmet. I, me pacho, so the bike so, uti scooter so, Mr. Shell helmet. Now it will be your savior. Mr. Bomodia, national helmet. Na coupon, bet me faso. Adaje wonkwa ai bayifo na ka masam say ofi abayifo ehwehwe wo no munya wa no to motorbike pe anam dada no to motorbike pe no beja wo because wonim say eno de esan wo to obi ku a ana obi bo a enyo mo a na ye wa ena we ku ho it be so helmet is very important e pacho your kids too omomodi say o mano omo bicycles add helmets to it so that in case of any accident their head will not explode. But I was say Yakupon shroud or shroud. But me bo ebinimudi and tentem I said me free James Ametepe King Joseph King Joseph or see Otimi Fitadi Aguna and Quanta Grace Aforo. How are you doing? I'm doing very good. Google Rocky. Good evening, Sapporo. Good evening, sir. Google Rocky says, Sapporo, I am watching you from Italy. I Italy for I mean Shramo. We share video no then kwetire. I Google Rocky say amen 8. All right. Chome Kwame at the sea. A big bro. Love your power of truth. Thank you. I Chome Kwame at the sea. Thank you very much. I Patisco Quinley. Ahwofeba. Nakupo Onshira. Arita Okwe. Ahwofe. Naminshira. Patisco Quinley say, good evening. Good evening. Nakupo Onshira. Na on Pejao. Ahe. Maminfa Wimbrem. Maminfa Wimbrem. Mepacho. Ukope oba. We see a safety tip. Mesrao. We see a spiritual safety tip. So ukope oba. Mepacho. Make sure say unkope bayifo. Mepacho. Se wo kwakope oba biya. Mesrao. Mepacho. Enkope bayifo. Enkope baye. Enkope anyen. We a safety tip for spiritual. Entino me pacho ko na ko make sure say una ko so for ho na so for enhwem no hunu say oba no ai ana be ma no ye nchi ne baye ewo asori dem ai because ye che wo yire baye ewo asori dem a me pacho enimgu ase enye kora o wo darajo a no odane owo no ne namoso o ma nkoso da no siw so etibisro bonsam baye obi oya bonsam oya bayifo ai ko bisa asofo yie pa as what we bayifo en ko se ne peda because baye bia odintro na obi tse me say me mini bayifo nante da mini bayifo nante da na me so bi mbie ma no empe bayifo da anyen oh debi obi otumi bayifo uni do betmaye bayifo ndo betmaye obi achi ni baye ewa asori fie wo ho ye gu nani mu ase obetumi ene ne maami ekunu ada na wasan ne ni papa yere ada obesan so apɛ oba abra oye oba owiesu a obesan apɛ bema abra oye bema mesrɛw safety tip for spiritual world mesrɛw ukɔpɛ oba no atobo bisamu yie pa o because the girls ni bi o ha ya chi omu baye e wa sorry dem wo mu ni on papa no mu asan so ada on papa ni maami kunu oni na da ni papa yire oni na da ama ya pamo no ene ya chi ni baye eti bisrew bomodia ko sunsun wiase enye abayfo sunsun wiase na meka ko asofo sunsun wiase anapaju bi no nko sunsun wiase no hwe se oyire apesa ware no oye bayfo ana ona ni papa ada ana asana ware no eti sade a eno me pa na ba maka say ohwa me a pepe bayfo menye bi da amede awu bacho mama physical safety tip na mama spiritual safety tip eti best bacho bomodia na disu mame na saforo de e ka nokore me enimu a menka nokore ne de fanisa na me shiraw no mpejao yenkoso ene your topic Kevin Taylor say menka wansam and I'm bekachiro or saying fix the country movement petition Akufo to remove Mensah. Enti miso me topic ne say Mr. Senia konkonseni be maybe eko petition me Akufo eyi Mensah no me ba o ya petition Akufo obeyi ojabi eyi Charlotte osay no me ba o obeyi Mensah sana Mensah na kokoto asoy dem e bom paye me hunya me kro me hu asoy dem akoye say na me nhira no na fa ne boni nsie kro no obebo no na me nje no fa ne nsie wo akwa asoy dem akoko bom paye say uwie ye no waja sotafo bako edu num e na ebo ho ban Mensah beye e de se obi dia menim enya kura Mensah beye Mensah ubeye Debbie. I Obina actual waham. Bemi de Funche, you are welcome. Juliana Esiedu, you are welcome. Patisico, DJ Capasta, Oyakupo Onshira, Mr. DJ Capasta, Sheye, no one could sit by your phobia pet. Yeah, you know, yam or back a cat. Yam poor back a cat. Yeah, dear, your four bar, your poor papa. Oba wa botire oba ne ho fe o la komam na adwenim ye mema before de enkope bi da omudi ntro omusa no papa no yere mu o papa no yere no papa no kunu mu eda nya chi o so no ne mama so ayaka no ne papa ayaka aba we nipa ben. All right, yankosom, this comes to our newspaper segment. Me rush it through very very fast. Me pacho dollar no akosro 650 Ghana cedis per dollar, euro 733 pesos a euro, a pound is 878. Meaning say akosro sensa, akosro sensa, I enti akoso. Me pacho madje bakwa, nyansa bakwa me beja so de say, mesrew ube obi na oye bonifo a ana oye uhwe say oye boni e wonyame anim a me pacho bompai ma nipa koro na don wate don nipa koro no because unnim de nyame betumi aye ai unnim de nyame betumi aye wate no nyakopon ono ose obonifuo ewuo enye ne fe enjaji obi menjaji obi debi enjaji obi make sure say won jaji obi do nipa no hye no do obehwe do na wo de do no aka say oh guy we bedinachi because you're a good man. Don't judge people. I men judge nipa. What? Na nipa ehu here. Nipa enam ye nre. And so nipa nam ye de pa. What? Nipa nam de. And so ye nre. Areteche e wo nipa ho. Say you, areteche e wo nipa ho. Ene me ma wo nyansa, me ma wo wisdom. Ona kupon shraw. Ona kupon shraw. Prince Mohammed ahon fe. I mean, shrap. Prince say, I mean, shrap. What? I free that free Paul. A couple and shrap was so. I can tell her, baby, I will be a couple shrap. But with all due respect, so and I wish me, sir, station and number 1 in Ghana. And what in 21 to 22 African countries, including Ghana. It be numbers there. Yeah, me share no. Because minim say, yeah, share me free all around Africa. Intino, menya propaganda, min boost me page, menya share. Min din throw was so, no crana maker. Men fan papa yere. Intino, me ko, makanokre. Intinipa bebre, share me. Nipa, share me. Ewa Ghana. Pa, na uni bibi, Kevin Taylor, Bemen Munyan for, or no crush me, or share me, Kevin Taylor, on show bia. Hey, on show bia. Se Kevin Taylor nkwa ehwe me show. On share joy. On share Addo. On share Peace FM. No on share Saforo. And with the FM machine gun preacher. It's a privilege. Yes, I'm telling you. And your pride. Missy way a privilege for me. And I'm say Kevin Taylor goes team. Omo matter me show. Omo monitor pa. And Kevin Taylor on the ground. As so omo monitor me show. Etinu usha me ni patwa. Aha, me ni patwa. Kura. Me ni patwa. So what do I make control? Because auntie, me ni patwa. All right, yankoso. All right, mama yankoso ni enhwe de Onyankopon ebeka che ni ma. We ye ba physical. Enye susum yase. We enye susum yase. We are physical. We are physical. Any so. Any so. What's up? Yeah, cause you see, Uncle school that. Now go home. You say, stop. Don't enter. Obey that. You say, Jimmy. All right. Omenko. Unhinim. Obribuahin clashes with John Boydu. Others say, why should party members be suspended for expressing support for aspiring candidate. I oh abayisem ne ebiani I yetia wo so a saa netie udwani party a abayifo dos wo mu a saa netie edi enti na meka de meka ne nyane se umpe alanche matiasem ena upe asumesi asem ena no so no onwini ena no beba no abed campaign ba alanche matiko kasa usi hey wo mu nyira o mafeli alanche matin se na nim ye kama o se ni oya fayo Messi alanche matin Messi once a wo ntumi nya bi papa bia no wo na wo ko Messi wo be feli because papa bi eni ho a waye Akufo no nsem hu na wadi nyina wo ntumi nka bi enti di papa ben ene wom sisi a me pa cho di papa ben ne wom di papa ben ajako ana ajako PDS oh debi ontumi enye bi oteki 4 ono ontumi nkobi wan biom alanche matin ho ede ne waye onu hu agric minister oh me braka me tell abese oh akwana wato yo mosa no a otrawa na oda no oh no another Akufo Addo there be food for jobs so there planting for food and jobs say we who be Ghana afeko adwani boaye den it's all the uto abama kwa wo ya wa ha ho we Ghana what's a pra Ghana it's a big catch though. I'm telling you they don't have kesiye ensemunu enkuwa ena de baomia oye enti se say no se woto aba e de maba womia what am Akufo Addo what am Dantra president utuma baomia what am if any say akwana nimfim na bodwim de why de facto prime minister now oti ehona ose ko hu mahama no ono utu we mana what utuma baomia what am no PDS no ombewiem omayo say 2024 they will try and fight and steal more seats no matter what they do they are trying that's their plan of the agenda etinu mesaw 2024 sankofo we muyi omu seat no be 80 kranka ho because mo anya mowu kura wan biom ne wom akokon sa fon kwa papa bi enim mesa ka wasem biom ai beka wasem biom we mu de enka o masem bebere o mo agimichimi nyansa bie enim I'm telling you if you don't know me de no kwa na maka kire no uti Ghana ubeti de meka na say beti ase baby the funche how are you doing? I hope you're doing very well. The Chronicles. The Chronicles. Okay. All right. Chronicles. I say Asantehene Domahene fight over history and power. Asantehene. Sema kachiro. Jado yeno. Enfatao. Sesabi unim kasa pa Akufo Addo ensemfo wodi no bacho kebima Ghana fo we Asantehene ebu ye no so wakonwa no ahode wom kocha de ye ye se kocha de ye but emfa wotumi ehwehwu bia abra wo kuromfo ebre se wo de wontua tax wo Asantehene wontua tax Akufo Addo abra gold coin gold out gin in echi no ya bra gold coin ye fa do kwan koto nchen Ghana gold ya de maw ya tete maw e maw 1% e ma wudi because we Asantehene wo mo gold wo mu krom ni box at wo mu krom ye ma mu bi but wo de ye de maw esisie ene ni mu ase ene sa de na wo ye Asantehene etwa se ujai Asantehene etwa se ujai wo ye Asantehene wo ye hwan wo hye nyame ase wo ye hye nyame ase utumi hwehuru bia utumi hwehuru bia Asantehene you gamble umenjani anka you gamble in your personal life unye perfect sa ehwehuru bia Akufo Addo ye no ka che ne se Akufo Addo ade wo ye enye Omano, I was say, ye, levy, and I want to come was some, a dear air unpopular, as at hini, what better say, I can was some, or hini, do my hini, what better say, levy, what better acquire, and Maburu and Faso and Tumpon, Musamuntiano, Ayamoya, and the Muntie, because of the Akufo and Tino, who are to me, was a frail, Elfosu, Akacha say, or district, and Tino, sharing to me, Hunano, the teacher so. Hey, ahindie no na kopon ono di hene first ni hene e na ma obi kakra na wudi asante hene ni afro kodua udia ni e de fro no mesrew respect yourself sa de ma wo ye enye se doma hene ni doma kuro ono se oye the chief e wo doma panyi e wo doma na wo fa na se obu a unim manu ntino ufa na se no go raise ahifo binimu over him without informing him ufu say the papa he has offense in him aneti ena ohini a owo doma se doma ka asante ma ho a yeti ase ai but say what to be for so bianca say wo hyemase enti asante mamu na oti enti chichira wo hyemase hey, what to be cancellable? Yes, I respect history. But and ne, what to me and show bia di wasante hene, baby si wasante hene, di wasante hene. Also doma doma kasa, and asante kasa. Difference wom, jam no mundi omo hene. Na we den, eko doma, eko si obi or hene, uko si or hene bi my hene. Na doma hini eti ho na wo na mane your buo. That is disrespect. If not anything at all, you call doma hini be say me si asumesi say na omunyina omuntachi na munyina monye na wo de ope because so yasante he wo de asante ni nyina asante wiase nyina enti wo de wo kra pe ene de otumi kire wo no e na wo de ye. That is not respect. You may be a king bigger than him, but respect the very little ones under you. And that is the offense. Hey, yeah, I can't grow. Yeah, it's nothing to draw that as a hene, if you dropping, banning me, or to see boy, Akunyano, Medihini was my ye. Many say, Eduso, Namiko dia, wo, over 20. I mean, I don't care. I mean, that. Asante hene fa wo hene asante hene fa wo hene fa wo hene edi o chase fa wo hene edi na doma hene asem ono woken kwanso ese ono woka o kan asem bi o se oba asante mamu na mu yembitia na mu horo no na mu peja no se Sante hene, tale, enyo, enye, jai, bye. Na uchirebi, enye fine, enkano kure, Aisha Ahmed, I say pound for pound. Maybe the funche, I say I am good, paddy. Nice. Mr. Alan and Mr. Bawumia. None of them is worthy. They are shit on themselves. They have shit on themselves. You shit on yourself. Also, you shit on yourself. MPP flag bearership race. Call your supporters to order. John Boadu tells Alan K. John Boadu we also we need free ho. Also we try to pamono. We need to free ho. Also can't agenda now. Ombese mu pushi ba omi ade ba no to be kofa Akufo me say se wo to ababa akokwa de ma ba omi a Akufo and still oyo president because obekata wo moto otuma Alan so any ayi be ba ko oni Akufo any nkofo the faction e be ba ko they won't do anything enti mesraw the power now is to change. Power must change hands. Period. All right. But you quite him and I be pontem na ghost team to me akwakoda. I the finder. I see fuel prices increases, imports 57%, pumps 33%. World and domestic market price movement in 2021. Akufo dear. When he megu wase, ewo ye nim. Akufo Addo, when he megu wase, when to me mbua mamwe, wegu asantefo anim ase. Akufo Addo, uye nim wase. All right, so fuel prices keep on increasing. Everything is increasing. Body bako kura. She say, omatum, bro, butter, utum ponto, ninyina tum. And so, you see, plenty for food and jobs. Plenty for food and jobs. Bill granted. After forcing 3 million. Richard Azakba. Jakba. Okay. All right. We are committed to sanitizing lands and natural. Oh, they have not come out to give anything. Oh, we did this. So we are committed. It's in the pipeline. We will be doing. It is already in place. It's in the pipeline. We are doing it. It's being commiserated. We cutting sword, cutting cutting sword. Cutting omunye bakokra ai bakokra omunye bakokra omunye election ti ko kati sword onam or kati sword sa. We won't relent in land sector cleaning. Land minister of a free uncle Akufo say no it say a Catholic Children Hospital project takes off. ADB donates 50K to support Tolon District Hospital. ICUMS rakes in 16.8 billion in 2021. All right. Court sanctions auctioning of men's gold properties. Ghana out of AFCON. AFCON dear. Mamen kan wase ka krebi. Akufo Addo. Oye bad luck. Adebi obesom bia. Akufo Addo. Oye bad luck. Akufo Addo is bad luck. Etono dear. Do obesom bia na say. Omei asay. Wa shibi bia. Wa gubi bia ni mu ase. Bibia si fam. Eti be ka kiro. Akufo Addo dear. Se mo medanyama se tetem kra ni ho. Medawade ase. Se tetem kra ni ho. Because katetem wo ho a Akufo Addo omai no ebeshi aye say eburu a yera to jaso 3 days na jasha ase yandana no yen hwe se Akufo Addo be Ghana oye bad luck because odi onu so oni ni nua ba ne busuafo eda ewo eva do ho ntono se case ne de eda ne so fini papa bere so akwa me kuma case wo mo to mo de is done. Uti dankwa ekufu edebedebe. They are finished in Ghana. That name yebe market. Yebe market. Ekoye nim. Egu asatifo ni mu ase. GES teacher unions to meet over agitations. Agitations. Mumiti ego si hwe. President mourns death of former Malian President Ibrahim Keita. Hey, minja no to GS union to meet over. Masa, mobile striker, monko strike 3 days in a row. No mu se moniabre. Akufo Addo understands this. Menko just can show ho. Why? They too much. Too much. NAT kicks against semester system for basic schools. Says new calendar has many loopholes. Akwawe, what's in America, sir? Okaza America, Ghana. Now, who America come my way? Now, I am in Ebrimwasio. Yes, Akwawe, over school America. into be Ghana school year dey the why Ghana system and the American system is different. Oh. You cannot impose anything new in the American system. You know why? Because almost statutes. Almost school some it's a no one year follow edeko. It's work for we have better so for America. And I have propaganda say with America to be school year. I could say, then what has happened is even worse than before. So with the America they buy, with the American system back Ghana, because be ye and your juma. Your textbooks be an anomy who here, and same beer, your church book mu history full beer, Akufo access ya chro. O sebefem on the ground. Mr. Pacho, sa videos no, textbooks no, Mr. Excepts no be mame. Na you find a program in the next days to come. I find the days to come. Let me ensure na on page out. Alright, Bagby enjoying more than previous speakers. Majority caucus. What bow them? I better beka we are some beka. We are some beka. Or enjoy day. Cake. And a brodo. Sa kwa we wo. Sa I'm saying but on the din the same. But on body didn't check why. What's the din the same? Me referring the real name no. But you been kai me. I why? So Obin Kaime, Che Mensah Bonsu, the real name now, or society, no, a pacho, Bon Kaime. A big time. All right, me that say, a question. You can't weaken us with prosecutions. As Asawasi MP tells NPP government, sometimes say, when to be usable power, I want to me and usable power. I want to be usable power. I'm going to mention power issue. Next time, power, we who say yes, maybe you aha, Akufo one chin tomorrow, Akufo the two to say, Ash NPP deserves a better deal than where we find ourselves. Chairman Odinihu advocates. All right, I know the Muamu Kesa. Asantehene cautions Domahene, Bono chiefs. We are both men. I won't sit down and watch you flex muscles. When they hear, I go for it. Anyway, in here, catch what Asantehene say. Anyway, in here, Asantehene. Anyway, so Ghana for ebre electricity cut off school someone levy nyema kokoso no mesraw for no kabi ma Ghana for anyway in here na fe beche obema it is all obema uchedua but this is not what we are saying. This is not what we are saying. What we are saying is that let us all build Ghana in peace. And then war. You can't go to war and do anything. And if things start happening in Doma, as at Hene, who blame you? I will blame you. Mom Chena, you have to be matured. Obiri Boahe clashes with John Boadu. Others say, why should party members be suspended for expressing support for aspiring candidate? Okay, a planting pa a planting. All right, so GAF strips speaker of military guards. Minority says GAF's order is unlawful, but government insists soldiers not part of speaker's cover. Hey, now maybe say more. Maybe say more. Mensah soldier here na owo. Attorney General soldier here na owo. Sebe Safu Kataka soldier for here na mudaba no. Yo. Eba na yo. Next time power mo be use munyansa. Okay. All right, I can't cry near and maybe win them. I'm Snabaya, ghost team better. Oh, I found wrong picture. Hey, sir. All right. Data from SIM card registration is useless. We are not part of it, Professor Atefua. So, government is spending money for nothing. Government, you should sika. And we saw you should. And that ministry is costing us money. That is financial loss to the state. Enti besrɛw obia nkɔ nonko yɛ ɛfɛ de sɛ ne Ghana card ɛno ne hia ai ɛne hia akopɔ nhyira mo. All right, we don't know Alan Trematin as a flag bearer. Hopeful. MPP tells trade minister supporters, hey, yo, you don't know. It also be a president. No, you're near Pamoa. Ubere. You could for the star. Okay. Now this is the last one. One district, one factory, one teacher, one laptop, one village, one dam, one tournament, 1 point. One. A D. Wait, a D rough. I tell you, Akufo propagandist. Oh yeah, dear papa. All right, okay. This comes to the end of our uh, newspaper review. Let's come for a break. Let's go for a break.
Particularly and people were watching the swiftness of the Ghana Armed Forces led by this man showed say there are people in the Ghana Armed Forces who listen to the news very well, who in fact are abreast of the issues, who at the end of the day love to protect the integrity of the Ghana Armed Forces and also love to protect their own integrity. Because you see the swiftness, the quick reaction from the Ghana Armed Forces. Somebody will ask, say, so the Ghana Armed Forces, as we speak, they are not alligators. Their ears, their eyes, their mouth, they have all the senses. They really hear things. They really can react to things when they are involved or their names have been mentioned. The Ghana Armed Forces responded to a Asepa's allegation because the private jet, another Falcon, it is under the protection of the Ghana Armed Forces. And yet Obidia, a Ghana military and a presidential jet. So they saw it fit to come out and react because they feel their integrity is at stake here. Now I want to send this to the army. I want to send this to Vice Admiral Amwama. So, Vice, what has happened to the Techiman South issue? A day in ACL was Techiman South issue. No, so you have a simple question. Say, Techiman South, na yakobo Ghana photo no, na a soldier for and na a share uniform from Ghana photo. This happened all the way back 2021 December. Now, the question I'm asking the Ghana military, led by this man, is those people who committed a crime, the commander who led that group, are they still with the Ghana Armed Forces? and you, Vice Admiral, are also protecting the integrity of the Ghana Army. Are those soldiers still with you? What kind of integrity are you trying to protect here? You are being a political Vice Admiral. You are basically not a soldier, you are a politician. The incident happened in December. That is one. Soldiers entered Parliament, which is against our laws. Basically, that was basically committing, that was coup. Admiral, Vice Admiral, Ghana Armed Forces. Did you see that? And what action did you take? We can go all the way to what we call the Ayawaso West Wagon. There was a commission set up. We saw soldiers there, people in military uniform, brutalizing civilians. You didn't hear that one too? You see, sometimes some people think that we sit here and we don't respect. We sit here and we just want to run down everybody. No. We are doing our job. And our job is to make sure everybody does the right thing, especially people, the Constitution. We have given some kind of powers too. So for the whole military, the whole Ghana Armed Forces, to send soldiers to Techiman South to kill Ghanaians during an election, and we've not seen any statement from them. You, this Vice Admiral, you have been there, you were there, you were in Ghana. Even, it doesn't matter. This issue is about the Ghana military. Ghana Armed Forces, Echo Baby Korini War, Kamobe Abidjan Independence Square, MOB medal. The question is simple. If Asepa has said something which is illegal, which isn't true, and you have reacted so quickly, why have you failed to react to Techiman South? It's because Akufo appointed you. It is because you're a political soldier. You are not there for the people. The oath you took, the day you took over from whoever left, that oath, you see, you lied through your teeth. You are somebody Ghanaians cannot trust. You are a puppet to the president. You cannot be respected anywhere in the world. We want to ask a simple question. Those soldiers who went to Techiman South, soldiers, where are they? Why are you not releasing a statement for us to know that you want to protect the integrity of the Ghana Armed Forces? Why are you being so petty? What kind of military leadership do we have in Ghana? You have all become comedians. You have become puppets. You have become leaders who cannot think and protect the integrity and protect the security of this nation. Because as we speak today, you, Admiral, you know that issue. There are videos you have played. It is a national issue. Why hasn't the Ghana Armed Forces released a statement on this? You are a hypocrite. And as a soldier, being a hypocrite, if you don't take care, your own men who will get angry will turn the gun at you. Now, that issue particularly, no.
All right, thank you very much. Enti, say, me ba me topic so. Na me topic and on any. I'm trying to finish this quickly and fast so that we can go our way and do other things. Enti no, Mensah and as see ya petition Akufo Addo. Said ye obisu a petition Akufo Addo a yete say petition poor or ye no. I then papa. O man sign ade e go from mom be sign ya ntro di ya hu nipa kro e de yi e fe say shalato say enti to fix the country for a petition the president ya be see say no kwani mu will he do same as it is say no yeah onana there be media modidie say president to me yes why because adwuma Mensah ayamano a obedi president no oye rough na Mensah fi ho odi boss man mu nyina firi ho a mesrew de ebesi no enkoye yie nyima bebre besisi nti sa e beba no enti ontumi enyi ma meni free ho. It's not possible. I'm telling you, another rigging is set to happen. And so I'm saying the reason why my minister say opese owie election by 3 or Sadianum is because obe kati vote ni be baby to be your baby. See the bear, and this is 4 strong gold no. A bear ko yet say, ye be lose ewo ho. Na on place no, ya juba ho. And I'm telling you, this woman is a good deal for MPP and a very bad blood for NDC. And you know, I know that they won't. Meaning, say president does not have the balls to do it. And so the integrity is not there. Mina make a show. Say G Mensah a wuti way. Na nukura wudu budget at the parliament. Na usuma unkro for so womunko. Wa muwe to be uncle. Na wo baba na yo. Because who nim say wukwe uba ko share questions. Uba ko share manfo ewo ho. Enunti parliament majority for na mu and the two say member. Why? Because you are still avoiding truth and honesty. You are still avoiding. You still running from the shadow that follows you. Me see MP before. Abai we are yehu nei. Asa sakawa fui. Bad. Sad. They don't respect the constitution. They don't respect the power of the people, and they don't respect their own self. Interne, must make catch up on the say. Mesro, what did he say? G Mensah no. Ayadia, woman, ebepamono. What did he say? Akufo or boss say, obeto me, apamo G Mensah. And when you free ho, say no you Charlotte or say a free ho on procurement breaches na. I don't know me who. Yeah, guess what we are doing? Also procurement breaches. Yes, also procurement breaches. Now you want to talk about procurement breaches? There are so many people in the ministries, his ministry, his administration, who have caused procurement breaches. Losing money. The be lost it. My kasasa. The bedia brofuru shisha kra brofuru shisha aden na so ben wo de be for kontokwa sa cost it financial loss to the state. What can was a osafoma for ti ho krono ama bo bebrebe ni nyina abusu buhu ni nyina Akufo usu hu se say ato forcing anyway you when you so any NDC MPs anyway you when you so born in the si ho uso wonka we will see and we'll see where yes I tell you the truth we'll see yes meaning pa we'll see all right me pacho phone line cho me basi see maybe a phone lines in a minute.
Taken care of. But the Bank of Ghana, through Addo, the idea oil Bank of Ghana said he's trying to protect Akufo's waste. He's always trying to create an artificial stabilization plan. There's a specific reason why the NPP cannot go to IMF. Do you know, say, going to IMF and a crime? Anytime Mahama call IMF, no? Anytime John Mahama and the NDC administration consulted every Ghanaian. Consulted everybody and said IMF has been built. So what show and I said, oh, here in Buebi, it is not a crime. But the reason why these people cannot go is not because of Baumiao. It is because they have cooked their books. It is because every single Sikebia Yediama Omakache say every statement that the finance minister has said or read, every figure he has given, they are not the right figures. And do you know, sir, Oko IMF with fake books, and I said, oh, the Umuma Ekoma IMF, so we should no more Oscar. Nasom who said, what numbers are by no? Why you be a free and also be a crime? Somebody can go to jail. From day one, Ken Oforiatta and the MPP, the Royal Senchi, whatever. From 2017, Ken Oforiatta and the finance ministry, they have cooked numbers to date. I go catch them with the DR. It would have been so easy to go to IMF. And then because of Baumiao, it is because they have cooked the books. Apart from the political implications. Omangasan sure now Mokato NDC for no. Oma cookie books no figures not the money now. They are bad figures. They cook the figures. Now IMF they will scrutinize your figures. The moment they get to know figures out by any Toronto, somebody has to go to jail. So it is better we cut off IMF and insist we need 7 billion from Momo or E-levy. Now you have missed 52.5 billion from Ghana Commercial Bank. I was a year Bank of Ghana. A sika a revenue till date. Otufo or 32 has not spoken about the 52.5 billion. And on one case, the best friend Akufo leadership. But Akufo is chasing 7 billion. Care of. But the Bank of Ghana through Addo trying to protect Akufo-Addo's waste. He's always trying to create an artificial stabilization plan. There's a specific reason why the NPP cannot go to IMF. Do you know, say, going to IMF is a crime? Anytime Mahama call IMF, no? Anytime John Mahama and the NDC administration consulted every Ghanaian. Consulted everybody. It is not a crime, but the reason why these people cannot go is not because of Baumiao. It is because they have cooked their books. It is because every single every statement that the finance minister has said or read, every figure he has given, they are not the right figures. And do you know, sir, Oko IMF with fake books, and I said, oh, the woman Ekoma IMF, so we should no more Oscar. Not some who say, what numbers are by no, why you be a friend, and also be a crime. Somebody can go to jail. From day one, Ken Oforiatta and the MPP and the finance ministry, Senchi, the Royal Senchi, whatever. From 2017, Ken Oforiatta and the finance ministry, they have cooked numbers to date. I go catch them with the BR. It would have been so easy to go to IMF. And then because of Baumiao, it is because they have cooked the books. Apart from the political implications, Omangasan sure now Mokato NDC for no. Oma cookie books no figures not the money now. They are bad figures. They cook the figures. Now IMF they will scrutinize your figures. The moment they get to know figures out by any Toronto, somebody has to go to jail. So it is better we cut off IMF and insist we need 7 billion from Momo or E-levy. Now you have missed 5th commercial bank. I was a year Bank of Ghana. A sika a revenue till date. Otufo or 32 has not spoken about the 52.5 billion. And on one case, the best friend Akufo leadership. Because Akufo is chasing 7 billion. Care of. But the Bank of Ghana through Addo, they are trying to create an artificial stabilization plan. There's a specific reason why the NPP cannot go to IMF. Do you know, say, going to IMF is a crime? Anytime Mahama call IMF, no? Anytime John Mahama and the NDC administration consulted every Ghanaian. Consulted everybody and said, IMF has been built. So what show? And I said, it is not a crime. But the reason why these people cannot go is not because of Baumiao. It is because they have cooked their books. It is because every single every statement that the finance minister has said or read, every figure he has given, they are not the right figures. And you know, sir, Oko IMF with fake books, and I said, oh, the woman Ekoma IMF, so we should no more Oscar. Not some who say, what numbers are by no, why you be a friend and also be a crime. Somebody can go to jail. From day one, Ken Oforiatta and the MPP and the finance ministry, Senchi, the Royal Senchi, whatever, 17. Ken Oforiatta and the finance ministry, they have cooked numbers to date. I go catch them with the BR. It would have been so easy to go to IMF. And then because of Baumiao, it is because they have cooked Mokato NDC for no. Oma cookie books no figures not the money now. They are bad figures. They cook the figures. Now IMF they will scrutinize your figures. The moment they get to know figures out by any Toronto, somebody has to go to jail. So it is better we cut off. We need 7 billion from Momo or E-levy. Now you have missed 52.5 billion from Ghana Commercial Bank. I was a year Bank of Ghana. A sika a revenue till date. Otufo or 32 has not spoken about the 52.5 billion. And on one case, the best friend Akufo leadership. Because Akufo is chasing 7 billion. Care of. But the Bank of Ghana through Addo, the idea oil Bank of Ghana and say he's trying to protect Akufo-Addo's waste. He's always trying to create an artificial stabilization plan. There's a specific reason why the NPP cannot go to IMF. Do you know, say, going to IMF is a crime? Anytime I call IMF, no? Anytime consulted every Ghanaian. Consulted everybody, said IMF has been built. So much and I said, oh, here in Webi, it is not a crime. But the reason why these people cannot go is not because of Baumiao. It is because they have cooked their books. It is because every single every statement that the finance minister has said or read, every figure he has given, they are, and you know, sir, IMF would.
All right, guys, thank you very much. The phone lines are open. We have 20 minutes to do, so please call 508-340-0069, 508-221 2. Hi, Mr. Timbra, your train. Hello, Fala.
Biba pasa furu.
Yes, I say.
Neman koyo, Omanwa jiagu, Omanwa jinsemu, Omanwa ye bisi basa, biba pasa furu. Omanwa siya sana na ya ni chayo kutu tise bentwa yi kwanya ofa subu manyi diye. Biba pasa furu. Enye ajinsemu nde wa unu diaba. Nde diaba ni se one district, one factory, one village, one dam, one teachers, one laptop, and one tournament, 1 point. That is a say the Abanono. Nana don't call Akufo. Wa shebo sa ama tournament to crowd wa koshebo. Boboni. They say the Ghana no.
But look, President.
We can a club papa we bet me abo Ghana. Awurade Yankopon.
I would find a hold on.
It's a say. Mate.
Ate Monica.
Yes, machine gun preacher. Good evening.
Yes, madam. Good evening. It's saying.
Yamena dom. Pachawa soon come today.
The madam me where.
And you bring me cheer Kevin Taylor. Togbi Avawala. Nana Akufo. Hey, on ye Nana Akufo the nebusha. On you want to book Captain Ghana for the temptation. Na me pedama catch them. And one now, what is it? Togbi Avawala over there. Messi Togbi Avawala, or ye Yambo. President Mahama Yunti, no ye Yua. It's young to know more for one time, Bessie Yun. It's your hand, the eye ready. A corner or your calling, and your mere friend, Yok the dog, and your body bushia. And you want to papa. Were you aimless? Were you useless? Were you hopeless? Like they are paymaster. After my peda me catch one. Na me peda me bisa. Oh yeah, yam papa for rata there. Also take home Susan. We reduce to 000. No me bisa the take home sana. On your question, I me peda me bisa. Ghana ni bia and you will luche bibiala. Yempe bibi beno. Ghana, we have a lot of resources. Minerals are obotum. Today, Manala promised that one district, one factory. No, over to where them factories seem when you tax from citizens. Na nyeda ano wa promise the oroba for a hiafu. Na a hiafu no so ori bebo wiye hwan. Na Akufo ade eye wi papa. Me ko mini fanti you know oba no sin there a car station gal careful no. Meten car chan pa. Lady no from New York, from New York no. Ebeka do office kendi
Yeah.
Office kendi. Meten car chan pa. The met you should know na Akufo Addo. Na Akufo Addo ya crack. And the navy no ya. That's right. On your face. I cracker, maybe a cracker pa. Maybe today, Anyana, and the pay Makana, some of the most floor there. You are a great person, ignore him.
ano na ani ya wa yakor nti ena ye pedeshi ye bi said oya attorney general no e call no the bo Ghana for no ano no onfa no ho court there wa bo Ghana county wondi na asamama na NDC for no tata won ayeden Osla na mwana we Ghana sikenyo no o we Ghana mbesiafo one minister of communication one minister of gender in the meeting what's wapada wadin a vice president to sabadabade ambaso radio board is on the kind of way debate be the debate in the mark sorry there when you professor Naka na wa aja to me there okay on your vice when you vice in people mati Ghana mbesiafo ye ntende ye tie ye chana o say na no ye ma me a ye so botu wati ye su na ase ano the media na next topic na me pray me bi samana mu nua ha ne bi so there woman organize adwuma oroya because mentament kakra it is aporo bonechi na yentenanka o educate mbesiafo no na mbesiafo no yenji Ghana yenkenki na Akufo dimitri na Akufo me say any mbesiafo na ye be chasing mo bugwan and you'll be able to be chasing with us so.
Let me show. All right. Fila.
You are pastor for
Boston Yanko.
Yo, I feel me Baba Boa, so Yanko Poncho and Pedro and Yokasia. And two come my the Biao Sorumbad, Mapane, my Ghana, Baku, and Konani. Babawe yanka were eni womba eni wabusia foni na enkoka waju my foni na emi chame papa ke bintela emi kanto no say yankopon hira no empeja no enya no kase entuni nkom enfamaye de bia won sori mba aduma pa na my Ghana enko na nimpa babawe enka ne yere eni nimba eni na abusia foni na eni ne njuba foni na yankopon hira mo entina de bia me kanu mi see Lam Silence TV ni Lam Silence TV ni iPhone ni Kevin Taylor ni iPhone ni mi papa Saforo ni Lam Silence TV ni iPhone ni mi papa Saforo ni mi papa Kevin Taylor ni iPhone ni adi papa ni na kwede ni mi papa Kevin Taylor ni na kwede ni mi papa Saforo ni Lam Silence TV ni na kwede ni when Lam Silence TV mirani Obia ba wombo musamra no na me ma me incoming national communication officer kwaba samijemfi wonam share sie yentam said ya beye ama ya nkambo ama 2024 ya ko forward akoji power na abanti say mikasai ya national communication officer juma wura samijemfi obunu region yamano akwaba yamanu mboni yo na mincha mi incoming national organizer Yusuf Lamin yami na mincha mi chama SSW ni mi organizer mama coach ni mi incoming secretary Moro Zongo mi incoming regional vice chairman Alaji Brahma Sampa Michano na mincha sister Ega deputy organizer wo by what chimani ajame room organizer chimani na mincha chama star biabi na so su na mincha ndisi mplenifo nyina minua omanu ajiagu na na rudan kwa Akufo do ni bom nyanyina o mabon inde for comment no ma ditro da gusalo to seso mo for the letters by letters area koma na nadu na nadu afasa akwan no so apan salo to say inde for comment jirim katashisha ni proye Mensah waye wa se na nadu ayedi na nadu ankasa no wo fuo koro no Mensah we won na organize election ama ya tutuo aku akra miensa e watachima south ama ya tutuo ya ku akra bako e wa abrekuma no ya tutuo aku akra bako e wa odio apatro ya de Mensah organizing kwa ya ku akra bako wa twi ya starting fourth republic bin sida ena jirim ni katasi so afa ni ho na adudan kwa Akufo aja no se wonu de wo fo bone so won gusu ndi bone na enya mi wonwa ye to man na asewasi akọ akra ba ko nsu de o su ka che se mu ye criminals o mu ye armed robbers ya ja wo mu uko eduraya ku akra baako miensa nanadu wayedi uko pren mala ankasa ye shehu baako amanullah ya tutuo akunu nanadu anye ankashe me papa saforo che uko nkran media amesuari ya kunu Canada evidence no ho a Canada Japan na say so dia obemo ma puno akuntuba abuboni ti akunu abunu ye na adechi ya no mukoku amesuari besinde Canada Japan na mo the same Canada Japan ebe ka che Ghana nyina say woni mo bi a waku amesuari still woni na mo ye bisa je bi dan kwa ye si dan pare ye de ye nam na tituo woni mo hobi Canada Japan na kayo anye ye na eka dan pare wa ye di dan pare Canada Japan ya suna kaso ni be wa ko amesuari dan pare IGP Ghana IGP wa ye di u twende evidence nyina na guhoyi mutu wa twende omo abenu ankasa no wo fo boni so ukuni pa killing abanu aye killing people no ma baso mu be kuyo ma baso mu be ya di papa bia anya sa abanya wa ba free kwa me kuruma penso ebe sima mpanyin ma ma penso aban bia no a waji busi aduru na na don kwa Akufo Addo and 20 minutes one hospital one library one yale say yale apata ba ku se na don timi fa enso nchireo je na do atima ye ni se nde yakum nipa ochina corruption scandal enua na wa ya magana fo ye to mai Ghana na do dan kwa Akufo Addo wusi sika wa Ghana na Ghana hiya mai mama sorry sika no so 6 good years ni Ghana fo ye bi se na do se sika no wanya na wa ka che se sika no na omo amako edurafo no party commission ya party commission fo na mo ma di ni papa safuru
wrap it up nasa cobra
yo matimi kwaba
hello yes
Saforo Emia Rumi Swana
abacho kasa
Saforo etisa mechia
hold on okay
yo Saforo mechia Auntie Monica mechia captain Meka say Auntie Monica raised issue be say about say NDC for any sorry Mensah kasa say obi free asante mayamu say bibisa me share that but I can person bibisa say when we talking about politics say young fan say vice president do we have anything in the political me who see the missing engine but maybe say say mrane kyerese so we obi obey vice president every particular region ana me pato saforo bitimi aboa me ho no
Addo dia omomra
he formra
MPP formra
no any MPP formra I mean she was talking about or Kasafa NDC or Kasafa NDC say and now OTA program be Radio Gold that's not much to say money say on be or no best step down was it visa samantini here dia na omayi obi free like Ashanti region me pa just what you say because akoya to say ye timpia ye fan say see you be free sa region we said nipa na oye president no oye Christian and the vice no so oye Muslim I mean San kwasi ade we ni sansam fun we ni menim bebi omokwaya omokofa free. And you omo partners say if omo kasa, that means say whoever they are going to choose as a vice president, say unqualified for that position just because of sympathy. And I say say wait, say be a yini pani freeway. Because to be qualified for a position that person must get it. It doesn't matter say what year a year what say what year why you as long as a year can say Mrani say Ubia SSO I mean when you're talking about equal right, everybody is equal. So what
you're right. You're right.
Everybody is equal. Some questions say when I see free say when we're talking about democracy, democracy is not good for Africans. And 19 time now or you cool no. That's 6 o'clock. Na kwabrane no wada. Sorry, 8 o'clock no sorry. So what I say? That will be the time discipline be juma. That will be the time emra. I am funny say now I have a constitution. I fancy the book man.
But you're wrapping up the time or so.
So, say almost sorry now. Yes, we free her 20 years here for we free her here for we are. It doesn't make sense. And can't you know, man, go wrong, no, Unia. What I mean, Tikruma, yet America, be any fast answer or so answer and phone so. Say we free and yes, we free. I mean, Safari, what you want over America's sanity?
Debbie.
And say, so some questions way so.
No.
Kasa ni idea yani ya jaya amana say Ghanaians ama some politicians we and I don't care whether he's MPP or he's NDC or whatever. And some fool and say so because if somebody doesn't qualify for a position, why do you have to offer that person a position? No, I come mess up. We are see a certain committee. No, I got now. Oh, I'm sorry. Near Jano no. Make us a yes, can we dinipa them? Edia make us a low kumnipa. And so your beckers will be a quatrican will be a kuya body and in 30 years. So I said, it is some food as also.
No, Martin. Thank you.
Kind of democracy with my engineer say, you're not just a class animal if you are not just a clinic chrono, one of the you're proper chronum, na or young fans or one sem fatano, na ye proper or muna the cuckoo BPS do muku. Dear, Bible nature say, Bibia or Emrenchi, and Mren so say, and fancy will be our own sem fantasy, near Unifri, only the Obima, the go and I just say, Yamo man to pump. Dear, you're one away and way say, we say, and some phone with you, my idea. So, Romunia would tell you. No, when I have a say, you be bit me, I see your money, but that's it.
That's it. Let me show.
Michianti Monica.
Rama 1. What a
top plus a
yes, a boss.
The photos are where
I'm patching away and then you're 1 minute, mammy. Why? I'm who you pa.
Matthew. Mami chana minchia ayemina kaviyeko belutela. Na minchia Auntie Monica. Na machia captain. Na machia Adibayo. Baby ubia michano. Na mishiro mwina na juma sunya juma pa mo boma yeso fresh chire ya adwene.
That's right.
Saforo. Se ushe embra NDC na yawo power na yawo aban mu. Yawo ha na MPP fo. Eko Franco bi fi South Africa. You go find Akufo bi fi Serbia. So we make training omo evil forces. Yet Saturday or power. Saforo. Omo amko fa Akufo bae. Yantima arrest omo. And a pamo Akufo na omo di omo free Serbia bae. Ne ja omo koye. Omo nya 2 million no. Omo training forces baku 4. Evil forces, data forces, Boga Bulldog. Yawahana mu nkofo kwa sitware ekotieni amu Yawahana mu san nkofo kwa castle ekotieni amu manasa zure eko video di betu joy ema Ghana obi bia hu bi Satam no omasha se omo yare haza omo de beko ayawa so ogo sa by election no na pay for to eya who ya sifim yes you in that in both forces ni obi ho embra na do be kan church that forces ni both forces no omo ba be gunu ana me kan church this for pay for say eya e kroko da john eya toni kontompo opeso no gumu die no no wa form ni die no odini die na ba be ya tutu asem antibia na by election ye koya ye hu kakra chata so na kachi adente nya tumia NDC yentimi yusu tumi yenya tumi abekese your opposition na pay for no na mu je do mo pe eni niende hwe hawande yetim hwende de na na do danko Akufo hwatwe boni ampa ne tim hwe do oye oman no ende ko ka bibi kakra bia na etretu na ye sei mintu bi da abekosem che ye judges na yetimi de involve forces ko wura ho eko bro mu Mensah Bruce Chelsea House ya bunu police no ya bunu titina tade up to na besim ne hwe ambra mi dan pare na NDC for bosi na mu ya mesiri o mi dan pare NDC for bosi na mu ya mesiri ye me si dan pare na do eyin se on be ye MPP aduma o na do yin so be MPP aduma hwe ambra jebi dan kwa du yekunu no so ta na dan pare o when you say don't party by and wa bohua na Mensah zure kinela Japan ni phone ameswale Canada Japan ni phone be two na 2 TV what is happening we ye be say and do 3 months ena apprentice free mu saka na say don't party o and let's wa ba and to mu resist issue no emma o mu na ye nti dampare na waba no obama MPP o dampare bama MPP when nana ni ndenta de dampare bae ntendi sini bia no mamma wa dwene nko dampare no dampare baba ye work ama MPP taba so na de bae no nti yanyi ya dwene fi dampare ho na dampare when you wicked man. That's it. Oh, Papa, young people are doing it. You can't tell me the father. No, young say young come home. No, young Gina Pampea. Do or die, no. Tell me, Bema piano on the Tebia, Mensah, Bema piano Tebia Baco. And we quarter your slow. Then people for panel. Yes, you are the best Shiamo. Open Bokwa, you're the Boko Measure. Open 2 or tire. You better has and you better see. I don't know. You see. So for that's it. But that's it.
All right, thank you very much. God bless you. Yakupo Oshra Onfa Unko Echichi. Kevin Taylor can be Shra Unpeja. No, I can say, but your time naso 8 abo. I was say, ghost team. Omokoda, paying for Ekoda. Kevin Taylor can be Shra Bim. I on your Cassia Unpeja. All right. But that's so bad time, but you know, I forgive Elom. Pauline Bridget appear and Renda Aquile. I see I forgive I see okay, thanks. Please check the sound. The caller. Okay, all right. I forgive Elom. Akbe Bridget appear. Pauline Bridget appear. The sound was very low. Okay. Damien Walker, Auntie Monica, and Frida from Paul. No sleep today. Oh, Saforo. I no sleep today. I day top. Giddy Frida from Paul. I day top. I yeah, ma GB phobia sorry, but Jimmy Chedi Power has it. I no cruise. All right. Thank you very much. I can't papa kwa say mambo ni di. Renda kole babu di. Babu di abo manetwem. Monica Kofi. What to say? Monica Kofi. The Mishra. We made a funche. Particles Queenly. Munyina, Yami, Unshabu, no pejamo. Nemadofo, Yina. I, Yami Shabu,